I just used 3 Copilot agents that most people don't even know exist to do an entire day's worth of work in 10 minutes. This isn't a demo I staged just for this video. That's a workflow I actually use. And by the end of this video, you'll be ready to use the exact same setup running with your own data. Now, before we get into it, if you want the prompt templates and the file structure I'm using in this video, I send those out through my free weekly newsletter, Finance Automation Insider. The link is in the description, takes 10 seconds to sign up, and it's the fastest way to get the practical stuff without having to take notes here. Plus, you'll get a copy of my free guide to 15 5-minute finance automations. So make sure to click the link in the description before we get started. Now, here's what I want you to think about for a second. How much of your close cycle is actually driving decisions? And how much of it is just reassembling the same spreadsheet you built last month? The finance professionals who move fast get in the room. The ones who are still building the report when the meeting starts, don't. Now, I'm not saying this to be harsh. I spent years in that cycle myself. I'm saying it because the tools exist right now to get out of this cycle. And most people are either not aware of them or not using them in a way that actually changes anything. What I'm going to show you today is a 3-agent workflow. Each agent has a specific job. Copilot Analyst is first. It reads your structured financial data and finds the patterns, the trends, and the anomalies. The things that you'd normally spend hours pulling out of pivot tables, it can surface in one pass. Now, Copilot Researcher is second. Once you know what's happening in your own data, Researcher goes and finds out whether the same thing is happening in the broader market. It's a live web research agent, which means it's pulling current information, not working from a static knowledge base. Now, a custom agent built in Copilot Studio is third, and this is where your system becomes repeatable. You define the job once, what to pull, what to calculate, what narrative to produce, and it runs that same workflow every month. Now, the data set I'm using throughout this video is going to be for the F9 Finance Coffee Shop. We've got 3 locations. As I'm showing on the screen, we've got 6 months of GL data with actuals and budget. And then flipping over to our other file, we've got 150,000 rows of point of sale transaction data. Now, I'm using this because it's complex enough to be realistic and clean enough to follow. Now, everything I show you with this data translates directly to your own files. So let's take this data and get started with the Copilot Analyst agent. Now, to access Copilot agents, you're going to want to go to copilot.microsoft.com, or if you have Microsoft Teams, you can access it on the sidebar of Teams. Then on the left side, you're going to see this option to come to agents. And that's where you're going to find all of the different agents you could possibly use. Now, I recommend hitting all agents, and you can come over and get a screen that looks just like this. In this case, what we're looking for is we're going to look for the analyst agent. That one's going to be right here. So we'll go ahead and click on the analyst agent, and here it is. And this is going to work just like a chatbot, but with all the capabilities of a multi-step reasoning and planning agent. We'll go ahead and attach our files. Now, I'm uploading these directly. If you're working in a work or school account and you have SharePoint or OneDrive, you can also point directly to SharePoint or OneDrive. You can even point it to Outlook if you want to pull things from your email. So all that's available. For the purposes of this demo, though, we're just going to attach it because everybody working with this will have the capability to attach. Not everybody may have the other way. And now we're going to ask it a very basic question. I'm going to go ahead and do this by dictating. I highly encourage you, if you're able to dictate your AI answers, it makes it much more conversational, and you can get that conversational input a lot faster than having to type it out. Act as an experienced financial analyst. I have given you financial data and point of sale transaction data for my chain of 3 coffee shops. Please review this data and pull out key trends that I need to be aware of. So that's going to be our prompt. We're going to keep it really simple. Now, we could engineer the crap out of this, but I wanted you to see just how powerful analysts can be with such a basic prompt. So we'll send that away, and we'll go ahead and let Copilot do its magic. Now, as this starts running, I want to mention that analyst to some degree, but especially researcher, these are agents. They're doing a lot of compute. They're doing a lot of research. They're doing, in some cases, Python analysis, deep web searching. It can take a little while. Great timing. Python and Pandas just popped up. So these can take a while to run, and that's okay because you can go do something else. They're in your browser. They're not locking down your computer. Just let it run, wait for it to finish, and you'll have this fantastic output. It doesn't slow you down at all. And here it is. Analyst has done our analysis for us. So let's see. Executive summary, what matters most. We've got strong Q2 acceleration after a weak start. Margin expansion was driven by scale, not pricing. We're not seeing higher ticket sizes. Cost structure is improving, but cost of goods sold creep is a warning sign. Locations perform similarly on revenue, but different on margin. Lots of really good details here. Point of sale data shows a highly predictable, optimizable business. That's great to hear. That means there's opportunities for us. Here's some trends we need to watch. So our revenue volume growth, margin expansion, and cost mix. This is a really great in-depth analysis. And remember, we didn't prompt this structure. Analysts did this all for us on a pretty limited prompt. Has some implications here. Budget versus actual, what changed, location level insights, point of sale, and customer behavior trends. We've also got some time of day and day of week, and then key risks and opportunities, as well as recommended next steps if you want to go deeper. Now that's really, really cool. All of that analysis was completed in about 2 minutes with very limited guidance from us off of real data. Now, what we have is the internal picture. I know what's happening in this business. What I don't know is whether it's happening everywhere. That's the next question, and that's where we're going to move on to researcher to help us identify. Now, quick pause here because I want to make sure you're tracking what we've done so far and how powerful it is. In about 15 to 20 seconds of prompting time, analysts surface trends that I would have spent the better part of a morning researching and compiling manually. Taking nearly a full day of work down to a few minutes is career changing. Remember, you're not going to be replaced by AI. You're going to be replaced by somebody using AI better than you. And that's exactly why you want to get up to speed on tools like this. So back to our agents, this is the situation. Analyst has left you where you found something. Revenue is accelerating, a specific expense line is growing faster than it should. You have the internal picture and it's reasonably clear. But what you don't have is context. And without context, you don't know whether you're seeing a you problem or an industry problem. That distinction matters a lot more than most finance teams give it credit for, and that's where we can turn to researcher. Now, before we go over to researcher, I'm going to copy these key risks and opportunities over. All right, so let's take those. So here we are back in our agent store. Before we selected analyst, and this time we're going to select researcher. Now, first, before I paste in, I'm going to do my quick prompt here. Act as a skilled financial analyst. I need your help understanding trends happening in the coffee shop industry to compare to my F9 Finance coffee shop. I've done a financial analysis and identified the trends I'm going to give you below. I need to know if this is unique to my coffee shop or if there's market dynamics I need to be aware of. All right, so there's our prompt. Now I'm going to come down here and paste in our trends. Again, this is where the sequence happens, right? We've gone from analyst into researcher. So here's our key risks and opportunities. Watch closely and lean into. Let's make sure it's not specific. So I'm going to take out Hell's Kitchen. I just want to see if there's any margin volatility. I want to see if February typically underperforms. Traffic growth, morning optimization, and I don't need to worry about reforecasting budgets. That's just an internal thing. So that is going to be our information. Now we'll send this away. And again, as I mentioned, researcher can take a really long time because it's scanning the internet for information. So we'll just let this run. We can stick it on another window, work on something else, and we're good to go. And researcher has come back with our report. Now, remember when I mentioned that this could take a while? This took 15 minutes to run, and it went through 88 steps. And right at the top, we've got this great summary. Your coffee shop trends closely mirror broader U.S. coffee industry dynamics. In fact, all of this are prevalent across the sector. And then it's going to break down each of our identified risks and opportunities. So here are the big ones. We've got rising costs. I can click on each of these and it will go to the section of the report. These are kind of the highlights. Here's key risk 1, rising cost of goods sold. Now, this is the really cool thing. Not only is it giving us a summary of the trend, so cost of sales is not unique. It's saying why, soaring coffee bean prices, supply and ingredient inflation, there's an impact on margins, and everything has sources. So if you look at this, it all goes specifically to sources that we can then track down and verify to make sure that there's no hallucinations. Just look how detailed and in-depth this is. This is a full research report. This is the kind of stuff people used to pay thousands of dollars for. See, February underperformance, that's a well-known seasonal pattern. No exceptions in coffee shops. Again, all with citations. Morning throughput optimization, again, a critical focus for coffee shops with a lot of data supporting it and what to do about it. Look at this, competitive moves. So this is kind of what similar companies are doing. And then we come down to the conclusion, and it's a direct side-by-side comparison of the trends that our analyst agent identified with citations of where this applies. And then also to put into context, this is giving us industry benchmark rates for cost of sales, net profit margin, peak hour capacity, all of those kind of things, and a final section of sources and footnotes at the bottom. Wow, how cool is that? Now, I want to be straight about what Researcher can't do. It can't reach paywalled sources. If your industry analysis depends on proprietary reports or licensed research, Researcher won't find those. What it finds is everything in the public domain. Now, that's very extensive, but not complete. You also want to make sure you check the sources of services before you present any of this to leadership. It takes 5 minutes, and it's the thing that protects your credibility. So now we have the full picture, internal trends, externally validated. The last step is turning this into something that's useful and repeatable. Now, real quick, if this is landing for you, I'd really appreciate if you'd hit the like button. It helps this video reach more finance professionals who are still spending their Sunday nights rebuilding the same spreadsheet they built last month. I genuinely appreciate it. Now, everything I've shown you so far still requires me to restart the process every time. You have to open Copilot, attach the file, run the prompts, review the output, but a custom agent changes that. You define the job once, what data to pull, what to calculate, what narrative format to produce, what threshold to flag, and then it runs the same workflow every time you need it, against fresh data in the same format, without you having to rebuild the brief. Now, let me walk you through the build step by step. So we're going to come back to our agent store, and now we're going to go to this button right up on top that says Create Agent, and this will let us start a new agent. Now, what you see on screen is everything you have to fill out to build an agent. We've got the name, description, instructions, and then all of the knowledge and capabilities you want to give it. But you don't have to fill any of this out. We're on the Configure tab right now. If I come over to Describe, all you have to do is tell the file what you want it to do, and it's going to build the agent for you. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm very simply going to tell this, here's my data. I want you to be able to analyze my monthly data, compare it to external trends, and generate a one-pager CFO update. Now, again, this isn't actually going to run the process. This is going to design the agent. This is describing the agent, and it's going to fill out everything on that Configure tab for us. And then we can test and run it, and we can tweak from there. And here it is, our agent filled out. So this is the F9 Finance CFO Update agent. It's a financial analysis agent to do monthly financial data. It'll review performance, research benchmarks, and produce a clean update. Here's all of our system instructions. So this is exactly how it's going to behave. We have the workflow right here, data review. We've got our internal analysis, external research, and the CFO one-pager. It's got some guardrails around it, how to do tone and style. If we come down to knowledge, now I've attached our knowledge to this. We've got our F9 Finance, Coffee Shop Financials, and POS. We have the ability to search our websites. Again, you can connect this directly to SharePoint, Teams, Outlook, whatever you have. Just for purposes of this, I'm attaching data, but you don't need to refresh the data every month. It's going to get that for you automatically as long as it's on SharePoint. And then we'll give the ability to create documents, charts, and code. It didn't quite catch that, but we are good to go. Come over to test the agent. I'm simply going to say build this month's CFO report. I'm going to emphasize it's June 2023 because that's the data set. Make sure it doesn't think it's actually this month and say there's no data. We'll send that away and we'll let it do its magic. Well, and in under 5 minutes, here is our agent output. So here's our F9 Finance Coffee Shop monthly update, really nicely formatted. Here's a snapshot. June delivered another strong step-up month. Here's a financial highlights table. Remember, we didn't guide the production of the CFO monthly update. I wanted you to see just how powerful this can be. Now, to repeat monthly, you do want to guide this at some level, but we didn't guide this in our design prompt. Now, here's our performance versus industry. All of this coming with citations, going to information about coffee shops, key issues and watch items, recommended actions, notes, and assumptions. And again, this can pull your data for you automatically off SharePoint or OneDrive. This is going to run both the analysis and the researcher with one click of a button and no prompting needed. This is powerful stuff, and it's just so exciting to see how far this has come. Now, to that point about just how powerful this is, let me give you the actual numbers here because I think they're worth saying out loud. The analysis that the analyst ran in about 2 minutes, finding the labor trend, the expense patterns, cost of sales, that's a half day of manual pivot table work in a traditional close. The researcher session that validated all of the external trends for the business and pulled citations and gave recommendations, you're looking at minimum 3 to 5 hours of research and writing time, if not more. Now, the CFO update that the custom agent produced in 5 minutes with one click of the button, manually writing that, tracking down the numbers, calculating the variances, writing the commentary, that's, again, 2 to 3, maybe even 4 or 5 hours, depending on how many rounds of revisions. So the total time that workflow places across one close cycle is somewhere between 8 and 12 hours, depending on how complex your business is and how many locations or entities you're consolidating. That's not a small number. That's a full workday every single month that you're no longer spending on assembly work, but on adding value to the business and supporting decisions. Now, if you want the file structure template and the prompt sequence I used, they're all in the Finance Automation Insider newsletter. It's free, it's practical, no fluff. Links down in the description. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the moment to do that. I put out videos every week on automating finance work so you can get out from underneath it. Hit subscribe and the bell if you want to catch them when they drop. Now, before I wrap up, I want to spend a minute on what these tools still can't do, because I think the honest version of this is more useful than the polished version. Analyst finds patterns, but it doesn't know why they exist. When it flagged a cost of sales increase, it gave a hypothetical list. It couldn't tell me which hypothesis was correct because context isn't in the GL file. It lives in management decisions, management heads, conversations that happened months before the data was exported. The interpretation is still yours. Now, researcher, as I've mentioned, can't access paywalled sources like Bloomberg, Gartner, or your industry's trade association. None of that is reachable. It'll reach the public domain, which is a lot, but it's not everything. If the best data in your industry sits behind a subscription, researcher's only giving you a partial picture. And lastly, the custom agent will write a confident narrative about a wrong number if the source data is wrong. It has no way to know the difference. Reviewing is not bureaucratic box checking, it's your actual job. The agent does the mechanical work, you do the judgment. That's the deal, and honestly, for the time savings, it's a pretty good deal. Now, if what I showed you today changed how you're thinking about your close cycle, the next logical video is on building end-to-end workflows with AI agents. I'll go ahead and put the link to that video right up here. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'll catch you over there. Until then, this is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.